Okay, so we're going to start by coming into child's pose. So do your versions. You can have the legs, knees out wide, or you can have the knees together. So just have a little play around with what suits your back. If you have the knees together, it's probably better for your back. It gives it a better stretch. If you have the knees out wide, it might hurt the lower back, but you're sinking deeper into it. So whatever suits you today. So just come into it, maybe sigh out the first few exhales. Just bring your head to the mat if it reaches. And we're just going to slowly find the breath. And just bring your awareness into how you're feeling today. Just being aware of any pains or aches that you might be experiencing. As you breathe in, just feel that expansion in the ribs. Feel that breath all the way up towards the shoulders and the head. And just be mindful with that breath all the way in and all the way out. Maybe as you breathe in and out, you might find more space in the body. But don't worry if the bum doesn't reach the heels. Don't worry if the head doesn't reach the mat. This is your practice. And on the next inhale, I want you to come onto the fingertips. So feel the shoulders lift away from the ears. Taking a few breaths like so. This is a nice stretch in the shoulders. And on the next exhale, slowly bringing the hands back to the mat. And just notice that sensation. And when you're ready, I want you to draw the hands together in a prayer. Lift them up, keeping the elbows on the mat. Taking that prayer all the way towards the back of the neck. Keeping that breath going. So this is a really beautiful pose and sequence for stretching out the body and the shoulders. And slowly bringing the hands back towards the mat. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly walk the hands over towards the right side of the mat. And we're going to take over the left wrist with the right hand, and we're going to have a nice stretch into that left side body. So drawing that left buttock towards the heels. So a nice, beautiful stretch. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly lift up, and we're just going to come into a tabletop position facing towards the right. And when you take the left foot out, just stretching into that left calf. So just pulse it a few times. Feel that nice stretch in the back of that left leg. And then when you're ready, I want you to slowly just position yourself. So we're going to lift that left hand off the mat, coming into like a varied side plank. You can take it into full side plank. It's entirely up to you. And feel the ribs moving up. So it's a little bit of a twist as well. Keeping that right shoulder nice and stable. Let's take a nice inhale together. As you exhale, release that left hand to the mat. Slowly draw that knee back in, Coming back into your side child's pose and slowly drawing it back to center. So just taking a couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly walk the hands over to the left. Take hold of the right wrist this time. And we're going to breathe into that right side body. So just being aware of any differences on this side. And when you're ready, slowly coming up to your tabletop on this side. Take a moment, see how it feels. And we're going to bring that right leg out this time. We're just pressing the ball of the foot into the mat and just doing a nice little stretch into that right foot this time. So just opening up that right leg. And when you're ready, just slowly lifting that right hand off the mat, coming into your varied side plank. So keeping that left shoulder nice and strong. So lift up nice and strong. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm going to take a nice inhale together. And as you exhale, slowly bringing that right hand back to the mat, returning to your tabletop, dropping into your side child's pose just for a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center. And just take a moment, see how the body's feeling. Maybe a little bit looser, maybe a little bit warmer. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly lift up, coming back into your tabletop position. So keeping the hands spread out nice and wide, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We're going to take our cat-cow breath. So inhale as we tilt the pelvis towards the mat, draw the belly down, shoulders come into the spine as the gaze comes up. So really feel that nice stretch at the back of the neck as well. Exhale, let's reverse that motion. Draw the belly up towards the sky, round the shoulder blades, gaze comes down. Just flow through a few of these in your own breath. And you can play around with some on the fingertips. You can turn the arms the other way, whatever you need. Just feel that fluid movement in the spine. So maybe take 3 more cycles. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly drop back into child's pose, just for a short while, just to rest the hands. And when you come back, I want you to bring yourself back into your tabletop, tap the toes and come into plank pose. And we're just going to hold plank pose here. You can stay here or you can take that right arm out and do a circle working into that right shoulder. Keeping the hips neutral if you can. So it's quite a strong pose. And let's take some circles in the opposite direction. Beautiful. And when you're ready, slowly drop that right hand to the mat. We're going to do the left, so taking those big circles. This is quite a strong pose, taking some in the opposite direction. Slowly release the hands, and we're going to hold plank for 3, for 2, for 1. Drop the knees, take it back into child's pose. We're going to come back into plank pose. Hold it here. We're going to take the right leg out and in, left out and in. And keep going, both sides. Remember, you can always stop at any time. You can always drop the knees and stay in a varied plank. Let's do one more on each side, keeping the shoulders nice and strong. And then we're going to bring that right foot between the hands, drop the back knee. We're just working into the legs now, so just pulse it forward. We're working into that front leg, nice and strong. Then we're going to slowly reverse that motion, bringing the bum back towards that left heel, lifting onto that right heel. So we're working into that right leg now, so nice and strong. And then we're going to come back, bending into that front knee. And this time, we're going to walk the hands to the inside of that right foot. And we're going to lift that left toes off the mat like so. So we're coming into a side lunge. So you can stay here. You can support yourself with the hands. Or you can take a nice stretch, left hand up in the air. And on the next inhale, let's come all the way up into goddess pose. So keeping the knees nice and strong. And we're going to pulse it here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Take the arms out wide. And then we're going to just draw it slightly towards the right, back through center, left, right, and left. We're going to bring the hands on the waist or just on the thighs. Take the gaze over to the right. Chin to chest as we circle all the way over to the left and the right and the left. And just take a few circles in both directions. So just opening up the neck. Which is pretty much a good workout for me these days, just on the neck. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly take it over towards the left knee. So we're just reversing ourselves. So remember, you can play around, no hands. Play around with both hands or lift the right arm up, coming into a nice side stretch. And release, bringing that hand all the way down. And we're going to slowly frame that left foot, drop the right knee, and we're going to bring the hands on top of that left knee. So we're just reversing that motion. So we're going to pulse it forward, nice big stretch. And slowly bring the bum back towards the right heel this time as we stretch into that left leg. Nice. And when you're ready, just bring yourself back to the mat, coming back into your tabletop. And we're going to take some more cat-cows. So just notice any difference than when we did them before. Should be a little bit more stretched out now. And just take a couple more. And when you're ready, we're going to come back into child's pose before the next sequence. So the next series of things we're going to do is a bit more on the triceps. So we're going to do some chaturanga push-ups. So just use as an opportunity to rest the wrists or have a bit of water. So when you're ready, bring yourself into your plank pose. Remember, you can stay on the knees if you want, taking the legs out if you're ready for that. And we're going to take 5 chaturanga push-ups. So just check your alignment. You're not dipping the hips. And then we're going to lift up into downward facing dog. So pedal the feet, bend the knees. And we're going to inhale as we lift the heels. Exhale to release. Take 2 more of these in your own time. Keeping the breath nice and strong, keeping the back and the shoulders and the pelvis nice and strong. We're going to lift that left arm off the mat, take it to the outside of the right thigh, nice little twist. And release. And let's do the other side. Take the right hand off, nice little twist. And release. And this time we're going to drop back into our child's pose. We're just taking a few breaths here to rest. Lift back up. Make your way into your plank pose. And we're going to take 5 more chaturanga push-ups. So keep the elbows nicely tucked in. So really working into the triceps. So you can do 5, you can do more or less. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. And again, pedal the feet, bend the knees, whatever you need. Then slowly bend the knees, come to the mat, bring yourself back into your child's pose. So just staying here for a few moments, breathing with it. So we're going to step it up a little bit in a few moments. So just take this time to rest. And when you're ready, we're going to come back into plank pose. So remember, you can always drop the knee, do a variation that suits you. We're going to hold plank for 3, 2, keep it going, and 1. And we're going to slowly come into side plank, lifting that left arm off the mat. So remember, you can vary it with the feet if you want. We're going to bring knee to elbow and release. Knee to elbow and release. We're going to do 1 more. And this time I want you to grab hold of the left big toe if you can, or the foot. Just bring that foot to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee. Inhale as we sweep the arms up. You can do a back bend here or keep the upper body nice and strong. Nice breath in and out. And take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to tuck the right toes under and lift the back knee off if you want as we come into arrow lunge, taking the arms behind you, keeping the upper body and core nice and strong, so not collapsing into that front knee. We're going to inhale, drop the knee, lift the arms. And exhale, arrow lunge. One more time, drop it. And lift, final arrow lunge. And we're going to inhale as we frame that front foot. And we're going to shoot that left leg in the air as we're coming into our three-legged dog. You can flow through a three-legged vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. It's your choice. And when you're ready, drop the knees, bring yourself back into your child's pose, just to rest for a few breaths. And we're going to do the same sequence on the other side. Slowly bring yourself back into your plank pose. We're going to hold it here for 3. Breathing in for 2. And on 1, we're going to lift into side plank. This time the right arm comes up. And we're going to bring knee to elbow and lift. Knee to elbow, and this time take hold of the right big toe if you can. Bring that right foot between the hands. Drop the back knee. And we're going to inhale as we sweep the arms up. You can bring a back bend into it, it's your choice. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, sweep the arms behind you, lift the back knee if you want to, coming into arrow lunge. So really working into that front knee. Option to wobble and fall out of it if you want to. And we're going to inhale as we drop and lift. And again, lifting that back knee off if it's available. Keep it strong and drop. And we're going to come back into our final arrow lunge. And we're going to frame that front foot, an option to flow through a 3-legged vinyasa with the right leg in the air. It's entirely up to you. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. So we're going to take 3 lion's breaths here. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, take the gaze between the hands. We're going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands. So just coming into your ragdoll for a few breaths. So feel free to shake it out. Nod the head, shake the head. Keeping that bend in the knee if you need. And just grab hold of whatever you can. Big toes, shins, knees, thighs. Inhale as we lift. Exhale to release. Take a few. And when you're ready, just slowly start coming all the way up. You can come onto the tiptoes, nice big stretch. Oh. And release. And just shake it all out as you slowly make your way into your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So you can keep the feet together or you can put them apart. It's entirely up to you. Lift those toes, spread them out. Notice the difference. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. Neutral spine, nice and tall with your body. Soft gaze, soft face. And slowly bring the hands to prayer. And we're going to inhale as we take that prayer all the way up. Exhale, take the arms out wide as we hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale as we step back into plank pose. Nice. Breathe in and let's lower down. Knees can be dropped, entirely up to you. Coming into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale together. As you exhale, gaze between the hands, step or walk feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale to release. Just take a few moments here. We're going to inhale to rise. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Bend the knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back into plank pose. Hold it for a little bit longer. Draw the heels away. Nice and strong. Exhale, lower it down through Chaturanga. Untuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to inhale that right leg in the air. As you exhale, bend the right knee and bring it forward, coming into pigeon pose. So flexing that right foot to protect the knee. You can put something under the right glute if you want to. So that's what I'm going to do. Just put a cushion. And you can come all the way down or do whatever you need to do today. And when you're ready, slowly bringing yourself up, you can remove the prop that you've got. And I want you to bring that left leg all the way out in front of you. Sit bones nicely rooted, hands to the heart center. We're going to lift that left foot up. Nice and strong. Pulse it here for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. And I want you to slowly press the right foot to the inside of that left thigh and just peel away the fleshy parts of the glute so we're nicely rooted into the mat. Flex that left foot, micro bend if you need. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, let's hinge forward from the hips. Take hold of that foot if it's available. Don't worry if it's not. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. And we're going to slowly come up together on the next inhale. And I want you to take that right leg out as well. Take the hands behind you, fingers towards the toes. Inhale as we lift into our reverse plank. And when you're ready, slowly tucking the chin in, bringing the bum back to the mat. And this time we're going to cross the legs over and we're just going to stay here for a few breaths. Just take it as a chance to rest the wrists and the hands. You can turn the palms up. We're going to slowly bring the hands to the front of the mat. And we're going to drop back into downward facing dog. Option to flow through. 3-legged flow with that right leg in the air. And meet us in downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a nice inhale together. Exhale, gaze between the hands, step or walk, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale to rise through Hastasana, nice and tall. Exhale to release. And just shake it all out. Just notice how the body's feeling. We're going to do that sequence on the other side. So just slowly make your way into Tadasana. So feet together or apart. Take a look at your feet as you lift the toes, spread them out. Beautiful. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. Going to inhale to rise. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as we step it back into plank pose. Going to take a nice inhale together. As you exhale, lower it down through Chaturanga. And coming into downward facing dog. We're going to inhale that left leg in the air, And we're going to slowly bring that left leg forward into pigeon pose on the other side. So again, you might want to put something under the left glutes. Like me, if there's a gap, you come all the way to the mat. It's entirely up to you. When you're ready, coming all the way up. And we're going to slowly bring that right leg out in front of us this time. Nicely rooted into the mat, hands to heart center. And we're going to inhale and exhale as we pulse that right leg up and down. Lovely. Keeping that back nice and neutral. And release. And this time we're going to press that left foot into that right thigh. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale as we hinge forward from the hips, stretching over that right leg this time. To really feel that length in the upper body, so we're not just collapsing over that leg. When you're ready, we're going to slowly come up on the inhale. Take your time. We're going to bring that left leg out to meet the right. Take the hands behind you as we come into reverse plank on this side. So we're nearly there. We're going to move into a little bit of standing before we come back towards the mat for the last part of the class. And when you've had enough, just gently bring the chin in towards the chest as we slowly come back to the mat. You can just stay here for a few breaths, crossing the legs. Again, nice chance to rest the hands, bringing the palms up. When you're ready, slowly bringing the hands to the top of the mat. And we're going to come back into downward facing dog. Option to flow through with the left leg in the air. And meet us in downward facing dog. It's your choice. So we're nearly there, guys. Just take a moment here in dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a nice inhale together. Exhale, we take the gaze between the hands. Step, walk, or float, feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale to release. So we're just going to do a little bit of standing before we come back to the mat. So I'm going to start with my left foot on the mat. So I'm going to instruct it that way, but do whichever side you want first. So we're going to keep that left foot nicely rooted into the mat. Engage that left glute so we're not locking out that left hip. You can bring the hands to the hips as we slowly bring that right knee in towards the chest. You can take hold of the knee or the foot and just start slowly straightening out the leg. It doesn't matter if it doesn't straighten. Engage that left glute, nice and strong. We'll slowly bring that knee back in towards the chest. And this time I want you to bring that right foot on top of that left thigh and start bending into that left knee, bringing the hands to heart center. We're going to hold it here, keeping that right foot nice and flexed. And we're going to slowly lift back up, bring that right knee into the chest and just squeeze it in with both hands. Bringing the hands to the waist, you can have a little go of straightening out that right leg, keeping that left leg nice and strong. Slowly release and shake it all out. So that is quite strong on that standing leg, but it's just giving us a little practice of engaging those glutes in those standing poses. So let's start on the other side now. So I'm going to bring my left knee into the chest. And I'm going to take hold of that left big toe and try to straighten that leg. Engaging that right glute, keeping it nice and strong. And we're going to slowly bring that left foot, placing it over that right thigh as we gently start bending into it. You can bring the hands to prayer, keeping that back nice and neutral. And we're going to slowly lift up, bring that knee into the chest. Have a little go at straightening that leg. and release. And just shake it all out. So we've got about 5 minutes to go, maybe a little bit less. Bring the hands mat distance apart, hands to heart center. Bring the feet mat distance apart even. Slowly start lowering down into your yogi squat. Just take your time, have a little stretch here of the thighs. And when you're ready, slowly bringing the bum to the mat. Bring the legs out straight. I'm going to come into Dandasana. So hands either side, flex the feet. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Take hold of the feet if that's available. Coming into your Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Remember to feel that length in the upper body, so we're not just grabbing the feet. Nearly there, guys. When you're ready, we're going to slowly lift up. And I want you to come into one more fold. So that's our butterfly fold. Feet together. Nice gap between the heels and the groin. Inhale. Exhale to release. Take a few moments here. Just let your back relax into it. And when you're ready, I want you to inhale and lift yourself all the way back up and slowly bring yourself all the way down for your final Shavasana. We'll be here for about a minute or so, but really use it as a chance to have a proper wind down. Whew. So we're just going to start deepening the breath and slowly starting to wriggle the fingers and the toes. And let's rotate the ankles and the wrists in both directions. And just take any other little stretches that you need and meet me in our comfortable cross-legged position in just a short while. So when you come back to your final seated position, just slowly closing down the eyes and softening the face. And you can bring the hands to heart center as we end today's practice with our 3 clearing breaths. Slowly bring the thumbs to the third eye. I want to thank you all for joining me in today's flow. And thank you for trying new things with me. The inner light in me will always honour the inner light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for today's practice.
Thanks, Sharon.
Thanks so much. I think I'll do I might be in the office tomorrow, but I'll do another class tomorrow, hopefully. So I'll drop an email later today.
I think I'll be okay. I will be in the office tomorrow, so I'll take my gear.
Brilliant. Thank you. I'll drop an email around later.
Okay.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Oh, Shabs, could
Yeah.
you send the link, the video link to that class? Because it had some really good stretches. No?
Yeah, I will do it. I haven't done, what I'll do is I haven't had a chance to put them on the on YouTube
On
for the last
YouTube.
couple of
Okay.
It is great if you can upload them, because honestly on the weekend I do sometimes think, right, I've got
Could you
40
just
minutes.
send,
Yeah, I need to.
send the link
That's
to
it,
your,
what to do.
you send the link to the YouTube channel because I've lost it. So even the old ones are fine.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, if
But
you
yeah,
just
I
send
need to
that,
set aside. Yeah,
because that's fine. There'll be old ones that I can use. But anyway,
brilliant.
thank you.
But I do need to update that though. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. See you
Bye.
later, guys. Take care. Bye.